very special people?
Yes, I have, and I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it tremendously. I've enjoyed it. Yeah. So a lot of people think that senior citizens are a hassle. It depends on how you look at the situation. You see, um, it's just like handicapped people. Those people are full of love. If you allow yourself the time to contact these people in the right way, they'll open up to you and show you the greatest love of all. It's up to you to bring that out in you. It depends on how you approach the situation.
When you first started working with them, it was a little different?
Well, of course. It's like, excuse me, it's like with a lot of things you do. When you first start, you're not really sure of exactly how everything is run. So, I mean, you make a few mistakes here, you make a few mistakes there, but you learn from them. And eventually, once you realize what you're doing, the job becomes easier, dealing with people becomes easier, and as time goes, you can make beautiful, lifelong friends. You can create some beautiful memories. But most importantly, I've made some lifelong friends. I mean, long after I'm gone from here, I can come back, and these people will embrace me with open arms. I know that for a fact.
I do believe that. Now, you've had the experience of losing a few people.
Yeah, unpleasant experience. Prior to working here, I wasn't used to that. It's a hard hit. I mean, losing someone that you've gotten close to.
You see them every day.
Yeah, suddenly one day they're here, and the next day they're gone. And it was like every month, every other month, someone was passing away. Yeah,
I saw Mary Agnes the other day over at
You
Elmwood
did?
West. Yeah.
I haven't seen her in a long time.
My mom took her into the dining room, and there was Mary Agnes.
How is she? I mean, how is she doing?
She's fine. She's,
Is she able-bodied? Is she walking?
No, she's in a wheelchair.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, how's her mind? Did you talk to her?
She doesn't see, of course, and so she didn't.
She's blind?
Mary Agnes doesn't see very well.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew she had problems seeing, but I couldn't see it too.
No, she just like she couldn't recognize Mother across the room, and I think she wasn't too sure about. Of course, they didn't call each other by name,
Okay.
but they sat and visited every day. They knew who each other were, and yeah, I saw her.
Yeah, that's a common thing around here. A lot of senior citizens develop that problem. I forgot the exact name for that eye problem, but a lot of them have.
Yeah, macular degeneration.
Exactly, that's it. Right.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do about that.
Right.
It's kind of a tough job you've got because of the fact that you're warm and you're friendly with these people, and you have to face it. They're really, many of them are going to move on to either, like Mary Agnes, she fell and broke her hip, I guess.
I don't remember.
But anyway, so one day she doesn't come on the bus, and then, later on, you find out, well, she's gone.
Yeah. Well, I had a friend. His name was Keith Lumberner, and he has a wife, Margie Lumberner. And every morning, I would go. He would invite me over to his place every morning, and I would help him with certain things that he couldn't do around the house, because he was totally blind.
Yeah.
And his wife, well, all of her faculties weren't in order.
Yeah.
Okay, so every morning for about a year, it was like clockwork. I would stop in and help him out, because he was like the first passenger I picked up in the morning, so it worked out fine. Keith and I, we created a real close relationship. I mean, we bonded. It was real close. And after not being able to see Keith like I used to, it was really hard. I mean, you know, it was kind of hard, you know, not talking to my friend in the morning, because it was like getting up, drinking coffee or orange juice. It was something you just look forward to. And so it took me a while to get over it, you know, but I did. But you know, every now and then I still think about it.
I got a call from Keith not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was a good man too. He is. He's a good man. Really was a gentleman, true gentleman. I mean, he was just nice to everybody.
He was pretty amazing. We're gonna be missing him.
Well, that feeling is mutual. I'll definitely be missing you guys too.
And the new bus driver came today and met Mother. And
Oh yeah. Was it a female?
yes,
Rosalind?
I don't know what her name was.
Did she have long? Did you see her?
On
long
there,
hair? Sharp?
saw her. No, she had short hair. Short, kind of white hair.
Really?
So I don't, and I didn't really, I think she had a name tag on probably, but I didn't really catch her name. But, yeah, Mother,
Well, she introduced herself as the new driver? As the...
yes, she did. She said, I'm gonna be a new driver.
Okay.
Morning, Mrs. Waldron. Hi, I believe in your driver. How are you? You want to use my lift or the stairs? We're heading to the stairs, okay, really?
Every morning,
Is there a checklist?
yeah, we're required to do what we call pre-operation inspection. We check the tires, lug nuts, the windows, emergency exit windows, make sure the seat belts working properly. Then underneath the hood, we check for loose belts, you know, anything that's out of the ordinary. Then if we find anything out of the ordinary, we'll report it. So every morning we do a pre-operation inspection of the bus.
How have you felt about driving this bus with seat belts? That's kind of unusual.
Very unusual, but I think that every bus, every vehicle should have seat belts, because even though my bus has seat belts and all the ADA access vehicles are equipped with seat belts, I can understand why the big city bus doesn't have seat belts.
Because all those people are loose.
Yeah. So I think it's a good idea to have seat belts.
You know, I rode a bus recently, and I had that feeling like I'm used to sitting in a vehicle now, and the first thing I'm doing is putting that seatbelt on.
Right.
Now, do you always fasten the seatbelt on these senior citizens that you put in?
Only if they're requested. A lot of them are able to do it themselves. Some of them prefer you not to do it for them.
Even if it's hard work.
Right, but they like to maintain as much independence as they can.
Yeah.
So only when requested, I help them. But other than that, no.
And most of them get on and off the bus by themselves.
Most of them, yes. Most of them do. And again, in that situation, whether or not they want my help, if I see that they need help, I'll give it to them. But my passengers, I know them so well. I know who needs help and I know who doesn't need help.
Just be patient and wait while they do it. Well, they do what they're doing.
Like Marion.
Yeah.
A lot of people think Marion can't do it. But it takes her a little longer to do it, but she can do it.
That's
She
right.
can do it.
Yeah. It's been good for her that her friend comes up and sits on the porch with her before they went to Glennis.
Well, she looks forward to seeing Glennis every day.
She does. That's right.
And when Glennis doesn't show up, she's like, where's Glennis? Where's Glennis? So like every so often I have to remind them that clinic's on the rise on Monday, Thursday, Friday. 3 days a week.
Uh-huh. So some of these people are very delicate. I mean, you know, they've gotten so, sort of frail. When you know, you've got big, helpful hands, but do you ever feel like you might break them when you...
Yes. Yes, I do. So you have to be real careful how you handle it. You just have to use your common sense.
Yeah.
You just have to use your common
It's
sense.
still quite a big step onto that bus, and up and down.
Yeah.
Now, you get out and, like, be in front of them,
When they get
outside
off-
the bus when
Yeah,
they get off
yeah,
sometimes?
exactly. I stand right by the front door as they exit the bus, you know, and I assist those who need it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll stand there, and in case they do slip or fall or whatever, I'll be there to catch them.
Mm. So you always get out every time somebody's exiting?
Well, no, I don't. Not every time. Only, it's like I said,
The ones you know.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's made it a pretty big job, but you get to, to give a little recognition to the job you do, because you really do mean a lot to these people you see every day, and that you are taking them, you're giving them an opportunity.
It's a big part of their life. A lot of them, they really could care less about the food. They basically catch my bus and go to senior center just to be able to socialize and engage in games and other activities that go on there. Because it helps them remain active as a senior citizen. Because it's important for a senior citizen to remain active. And so a lot of them use the bus, to assist them in being active. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you, and I really appreciate the interview.